Right, yeah, this is another one from Ben's request. This is actually another great clash because the last one I think was Know Your Rights. This is a bit of the same thing for me. This is one of them clash. I have heard this song. The only thing I remember from this song is Italian mobster shoots a lobster. It's something like that. But yeah, um, this is another one of them songs that's kind of like on my periphery Clash tracks, if you know what I mean. It's not one. It's not a Clash song that I've listened, like over listened to, but I have heard this song, but not for ages. And yeah, another great request. But yeah, let's go.
The Clash is currently playing 2 weeks of sold-out concerts at Bonds here in New York. They're about to present a song off their current triple record album, Sandinista. It's called The Magnificent Seven. Please welcome them to the show. The Clash.
Ring, ring, it's 7 a.m. Move yourself to go again. Cold water in the face brings you back to this awful place. Knuckle merchants and your bankers too. Let's get up and learn those rules. Weatherman and the crazy chief. One says sun and one says sea. AM, the FM, the PM too. Turning out that boogaloo. Kicks you up and I guess you out. But how long can you keep it up? Give me Honda, give me Sonic. So cheap and real folding. Hong Kong dollar, Indian cents, English pounds and Eskimo pence. For a rise, better my station. Take my baby to sophistication. Seen the ads, you think it's nice. Better work hard, I seen the price. Never mind that, it's time for the bus. We got to work, and you're one of us. Clocks go slow in a place of work. Minutes drag and the hours jug. Yeah, wait, bye-bye. Wait, bye-bye to the boss. It's our profit, it's his loss. But anyway, the lunch bell ring. Take 1 hour, do your fine. Cheese burger. What do we have for entertainment? Cops kicking gypsies on the pavement. Now the news has left to attention. Lunar landing of the dentist convention. Italian monster shoots a lobster. Seafood restaurant gets out of hand. Car in the fridge, a fridge in the car. Like cowboys do in TV land. You know what? Don't stop, keep it on. You know what? Don't stop. You know what? Don't stop, keep it on. Yeah. You know what? Don't stop. To get back to work and sweat some more. The sun will sink and we'll get out the door. It's no good for man, it's the working cages. Hit the town, he drinks his wages. Your friend, you're sweating. But did you notice you ain't getting? Your friend, you're sweating. But did you notice not getting anywhere? Don't you ever stop long enough to start? Take your car out of that gear. Don't you ever stop long enough to start? Get your car out of that gear. Call them up, a fire at Engels came to the jacket at the 7-Eleven. Marx was good, but he had sense. Engels, Lenin, a necessary fence. What do we got? Yeah. What do we got? Yeah. What do we got? Magnificent. What do we got? Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi went to the park to check on the game, but they was murdered by the other team. Went on to win 15-0. You can be true, you can be false. You'll be given the same reward. Socrates and Milhouse Dixon both went the same way through the kitchen. Plato the Greek or Rin Tin Tin. Who's more famous to the billion millions? Who's Splash? Vacuum cleaner sucks up budgie. Bye-bye.
Joe Strummer is the man. Them lyrics. In fact, I gotta get him up. But them lyrics was fire. English pounds and Eskimo pence. That's genius. But that whole I want to see the whole of the Magnificent Seven, The Clash. That whole verse of the Italian ring ring is 7 a.m. AM to FM, the PM too. Churning out that boogaloo. That's great. Working for a rise. Better my station. Take my baby to sophistication. She's seen the ads. She thinks it's nice. Better work hard. I seen the price. Never mind that. It's time for the bus. We got to work, and you're one of us. Clocks go slow in the place of work. Minutes drags and the hours jerk. That's this fire. Yeah, wave bye 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 bye. Wave bye 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 to the boss. It's our profit. It's his loss. Actually, that's true. Do you know that? The people that will tell you that own a company, the people that actually work for your company is your biggest loss. They actually don't cause any profit. The people that sell your product is where you get your profit from, but the workers is all expensive. So it's our profit, it's his loss. Kind of true. But anyway, the lunch bell ring. Take 1 hour and do your thing. Cheeseburger. I didn't even notice that bit. What do we have for entertainment? Cops kicking gypsies on the pavement. Now the news. A snap to attention. The lunar landing of the dentist convention. Italian mobster shoots a lobster. Seafood restaurant gets out of hand. A car in the fridge. A fridge in the car. Like cowboys do in TV land. So get back to work and sweat some more. The sun will sink and we'll get out the door. It's no good for man to work in cages. Hits the town, he drinks his wages. Like, this is working class people's. You're fretting, you're sweating, but did you notice you ain't getting? You're fretting, you're sweating, but did you notice you ain't getting anywhere? Do you ever stop long enough to start? Take your car out of that gear. Don't you ever stop long enough to start? Get your car out of that gear. Karl Marx and Frederick Engels came to the checkout at the 7-Eleven. Marx was skint, but he had sense. Joe Strummer's a genius. Engels lent him the necessary pence. Jesus. Joe Strummer's a genius. But just to say, like, Karl Marx and Frederick, because they're two, I've listened to both of their stuff. But to say they come to the checkout at the 7-Eleven, that's hilarious. It's almost Dylan-esque to take historical figures and put them in kind of, yeah, and then the same with here. Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi went to the park to check on the game, but they was murdered by the other team who went on to win 15-0. That's Jesus. That's Jesus. That's genius. Because he's saying it like as if that you can take that whole thing as a sports analogy. Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi went to the park to check on the game. Sounds like a baseball game, to be fair. But they was murdered by the other team who went on to win 15-0. Now, if you think about it, if you add Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Bob Marley, John Lennon, JFK, like, it gets to nearly 15-0 of one side and not the other. Newsflash, vacuum cleaners sucks up Pudgy. Both went. Hold on, let's carry on that one. You can't be true. You can't be false. You'll be given the same rewards. Socrates and Miller Nixon both went the same way through the kitchen. Plato the Greek or Rin Tin Tin. Who's more famous to the billion millions? True. True. People probably gonna know Rin Tin Tin. I even know Rin Tin Tin, and that was way before my time. I know Plato, but that's because I'm into philosophy. But that was great. The lyrics to this was great. The Karl Marx one, Karl, because that kind of reminds me of the Godfather thing, as the deleted scene from the Godfather where Michael's daughter's to be husband is ashamed that he comes from money. He kind of says, "Oh, he's like Michael says to him, you're living off your dad's money," and he's like, "Yeah, kind of at the moment." Like Michael gets it out of him, and he says, "Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of the fact that you come from money. That mind state is a um, that mind state is a trick from rich people to keep poor people poor. That they think that make poor people think that they should be ashamed to have money." Marx was skint, but he had sense. Engels lent him the necessary pence. Genius. Genius. Yeah. And I love the worker thing because that's why I love one of my favourite and go-to Clash songs is Bank Robber. Um, and Bank Robber, it's like, yeah, what's it? A lifetime serving one machine is 10 times worse than prison. There's multiple ways you can see that. A lifetime serving one machine is 10 times worse than prison. Like, you could work in a factory where you work on machinery, or in most things you're going to use a machine in some type of working class work. But then also it could be the ATM and the cash machine. That's the machine you serve. And you're serving that your whole life is 10 times worse than prison. Imagine if all the boys in jail could get out now together. What do you think they'd want to say to us while we was being clever? Joe Strummer, well, to be fair, you can't say just Joe Strummer because they all write, so you don't know who put what in. But yeah, the poetry in that is in this one is just great. But yeah, what's he say about that as well? Break your back to earn your pay, and don't forget to grovel. Yeah, the Clash are awesome, and that was fire. But yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.